boards safe? Now, a lot of people will hear this and think, Ouija, what's that? A lot of people mispronounce it Ouija. So, are Ouija boards safe? Well, let's take a look at that. It's a piece of wood or a piece of cardboard with symbols drawn on it. It has a yes and a no. So like, I think some have a moon and stars or a sun. Then there's numbers 0 through 9, and then letters of the alphabet. And you have a little plastic planchette. It's a little, almost like a spade shape, and it has a little plastic window in it. And all the users will put their hands on this very lightly, and you want to invite the spirits in the room. Obviously, this is supposed to be dead spirits, like your uncle might be hanging around or something. And you would ask spirits in the room questions, and the spirit will move the planchette around to see if, and it'll, you ask it a yes or no question, it'll go to yes or no. If you ask it a longer, complex question, it's supposed to spell out the answer to you. If you ask it a question about the year or a number of people or a number of something, it will go to the number. Now remember, this game doesn't have batteries in it. It's not electricity. It's not like if you're as old as me, you played a football game, a board game of football that was electronic, so to speak, in the 60s and 70s, where it vibrated and moved the football players all around. It's not like that. There's no mode of power for this thing. It's only going to work with two things. Either somebody is controlling it with their hands moving around, or in the case when I played it with a friend for the first time, we both yanked our hands off of it because I thought he was pushing it around and he thought I was pushing it around. And we both took our hands off, it continued to move on its own. My friend, it scared him half to death. He was like, I'm never playing this game again. Me? I'm playing I Hate You Bloody Mary in the bathroom every day, so I'm like, this is cool. I want to do this every day. That, my friend, is a demon moving that around. It's not your great Uncle Bob. It's not your mother. It's not your dad. Remember that demons are not limited by space and time, as is Satan. It doesn't have these limitations. So in the length of time that you would ask a demon, you're going to ask it a question about something that you and Uncle Bob had a special relationship. He had his favorite color was yellow, his favorite boat was a sailboat, and his favorite one was at some marina that only you and him knew about. So you're going to ask, because you want to make sure, is that your great Uncle Bob you're talking to? So you ask, and that demon, in faster than we can measure time, finds the demon that has that information and comes back and tells you. And you think, because no time elapsed, he had the answer right then, it's your great Uncle Bob. You've also now opened up the door to allow these demons to come to your house, to come to you, to inhabit your board, and very spooky things can happen from this point. And getting freed from the bondage of demons is rough, and it's not something I recommend. It's a scary thing. It's a bad thing. All things demonic, New Age or demonic, have to be avoided. Your soul is at stake here. Your ultimate goal is to make it to heaven. You have to stay in a state of grace to do that, and it's very difficult if you're surrounded by demons all the time and you've allowed, with your free will, to be infested in